Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of City Skylines 2, where we're now witnessing our beautiful little mail trucks doodling around the streets. As last episode we took a look at communications, we built our very own mail network, and we also added in a couple of radio masts and what kind of jazz to give this city great internet coverage, radio coverage, and mobile data network coverage, if that's how you want to call it. Today I want to take a look at the signature buildings. Now I'm actually quite excited for the signature buildings because these are another brand new feature that they've released in City Skylines 2. Now signature buildings, they get pretty much unlocked for meeting certain requirements when you build your city. And they also kind of then, once you unlock it, they give you, in quotation marks, a signature building. Now what this signature building does is, once placed down, it gives you a boost around the surrounding area. So it's almost like when we used to place, well, when we place parks in our city, the surrounding area gets some type of boost. That's what the signature buildings do. Now, there's a whole section for it here. Signature buildings are a special, unique building that grant XP awards and provide various benefits to the surroundings. So when we check this out right now, I've already unlocked a few already from going through this, but if I click on one that's currently locked, it pretty much tells us here, this is a wantable tower. You have to kind of get level 5 North America high density buildings. You need 50 of them to unlock it. That's the requirement for that. We have over here some is there any of them that where I'm like pretty close or not that far off from getting it? Maybe some of them, but some are quite a lot. Like you need like 10,000 cells in some of them, which is kind of crazy. Oh, this one here, requirements. I need a few more cells for commercial. So I reckon we could do that, boys. I reckon we can kind of squeeze in a little bit more commercial right now. Bam, bam, bam. Which, even though the commercial in my city is already crying out. But what do I need for this? Zone a little bit more, maybe? So if I zone there and zone there, is that enough then to unlock it? Oh, we're ever so close. There we go. The food station now unlocked. So what boosts do we get then? Now there's a couple of variations of stuff and different stuff we can pretty much use. But if I take a look at first my residential signature buildings. Now one of the first ones we unlocked was the Rock Musician Mansion. And they give us a +2 well-being for everything around it in a 500-meter radius. Now if I quickly pause the game right now, by the looks of it, it doesn't cost us anything to place these buildings down. But I also don't know if it's going to cost us anything to maintain these buildings. So if I put you here, I now have my first signature building, boys. The Rock Musician's Mansion. It is pretty cool, isn't it? Now, is signature buildings something that we can see as an overview? I just kind of want to know if it's like we can kind of see all the benefits and boosts. I don't think you can. But what else have we got anyway? So that's a residential one, which is all plus something of well-being, which you can see my current well-being right now is... Now, when it says +4 well-being, is that a... What does that fall under? Is it just overall, like, makes them happier in that kind of aspect? I got the Film Actors Mansion, which is quite a nice little boost for, like, a certain kilometer radius as well. So it's like I don't want to delete current buildings that I've got, but I'm kind of going to have to. I might just place these all down randomly just for the sake of it. We've got the Painter's Mansion. So again, another one I can kind of throw down. If I go play mode, I was expecting everyone to like have a thumbs up within the radius. Oh, the Polaris Suites. So +4 within a certain kilometer radius. This is kind of good for like these areas where we've crammed in some beautiful buildings here. There we go. Oh, that's actually quite a large building, isn't it? I mean, not as big as the ones I've got here anyway. Then we've got the Rubik's Apartments. That is a very, very unique building, isn't it? It is a very unique building. I'm trying to see where I could place this down and not cause too much hassle. Okay, it did cause too much hassle. But that'll grow back. That is a weird building, if I do say so myself. That really is. And then the final remaining residential one is the Baltar Pines, which I might throw this over here, just kind of spread it all out a little bit. Now, that is a skinny building, if I do say so myself. That reminds me of those houses, you know, like in LA near Santa Monica, you got those houses that are quite famous by the highway that also back onto the beach. They're also in GTA. It reminds me of those houses. It really does. Now that's residential. It's all plus, you know, something well-being, and the kind of the commercial is a little bit different. So we've got the streamlined diner here, the classic American diner, and as well as having the +3 being within 500 meters, a city-wide boost is it decreases the costs of import by 1% and increases the attractiveness by 1%. These are big buffer boosts, aren't they? Holy moly. Now these, right, I'm not actually sure where to place it down. It does show us where we have the most customers within this kind of area. So it does make sense to place it maybe around here. I might put it there on the roadside. Little roadside diner. It makes it worthwhile now to actually unlock these signature buildings and actually get them in your city. Because even though it doesn't sound like much, 1%, obviously it's going to stack with a bunch of the other signature buildings as well. So it'll be nice to get them all in. Now that's a beautiful one. What about this one? So same boosts again. The only difference is from 500 meters, this food station goes to 1 kilometer boost. Ooh. Now, customers around here, I'll place it down there. So when it says it's a food station, it's like a, what is it? It's a restaurant, isn't it? I thought it was going to be like a drive-through or something like that. But that's pretty cool anyway. That's pretty cool. And that then is the only 2 of them I've got unlocked. I need 15,000 cells more zoning before I can get a gas station. That's pretty cool, isn't it? And what were these ones, by the way, that we have yet to unlock? So these are all based on mixed zoning. And it's like the Iron Press building. We have the Ember Suite, which is luxury homes on top of a clothing store. So it all relates to it. It's all residential on top of commercial. That's kind of cool to see. And then we've got the industrial stuff. Now, I've only got one industrial one unlocked right now, which is a chemical plant. And how do you unlock these then? So this is to do with mining area, building hubs, agricultural. Oh, okay. I get it. And then level 5 industry buildings, you need like a bunch of those. And then a couple of these here are like universities. But the fact that I get a chemical plant sounds amazing. I'm going to throw that right here if it'll squeeze in. Now, none of these buildings are upgradable, are they? No. They're not upgradable, but it does increase a +1 industry efficiency, well, city-wide. I'll take it. Wait, have we got some... Oh, snap. We've got some road incidents over here. We've got a traffic jam on the scene, boys. It's probably down to the fact that this splits into this road here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually upgrade this road. Now, this is what the game suggested. It's not me putting this in before anyone complains. Even though I did put it in myself, but the game splits it into a... when you build this, it comes from this here. Where is it? 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 Why can't I see it? Where did it go? Hello, where are you? There. And the game puts asymmetrical roads on there by default. So will that alleviate the traffic right now? Now we sorted out the actual road and stuff. Also, these guys here should give way to vehicles on the roundabout. Just saying. Just saying, guys. That's how a roundabout works. Or can you even class this as a roundabout? Who gets the stop signs? I mean, you could put traffic lights on. But that's really pushing the boat out at that point, isn't it? That's really causing some issues. Do you know what I just realised as well? People are crossing these roads. If nobody could cross, that would also elite... Ooh, I think we got another problem now. The sewage and stuff. Why is this not connected? No? Oh, I remember why. Because that goes underneath. What's the issue now? The water pipe is not connected. Oh, it's this one here. Yeah, it's because... Oh, I know. Oh, I see why. It's because we upgraded the road. My bad, guys. My bad. It kind of get rid of the connection, but for some reason I can't get rid of it. Have I now just trapped these people inside of here? I think I have, but why are they still crossing the road? I'm not sure why they're still crossing the road right now. Now, this is why I can't wait for the workshop. It's not the Steam Workshop no more, is it? It's Paradox's own version of it. Because we kind of need... Did it add a stop sign on? It did. Add it there. We kind of need the ability to have give way signs and all that kind of stuff. Because this is not cutting the mustard. You know what I mean? This is 100% not cutting the mustard. Why are they still crossing? Wait, have we got traffic lights here? Yeah. Right, flow, baby, flow. Flow, baby, flow. I know we've still got that one water section there not connected. But, yeah, I feel like we still need some, like, you know, give way signs, some lane management stuff. But I'm assuming, you know, that will eventually come with some type of mod. I know we can kind of sort out some of these lanes by kind of directing them. But that's really, like, cleared up a lot of the traffic. But they should flow around like an actual real-life roundabout. Just saying. Just saying, guys. Just saying. Right, anyway. Glorious. Glorious, 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 glorious. So before I was really interrupted then, we also have office signature buildings. Now, this is all based on office density, but I don't have enough demand to do anything else with that. Which is quite a shame. It is quite a shame. Now, is there anything else I can eventually unlock? I might be able to do commercial at some point, because it's quite easy to zone commercial. But when it comes to medium density stuff, we actually got a nice big chunk of medium density demand right now. So that might be something that I can look towards squeezing in. So go back to the zoning. Now, we've got the low rent houses. It's a shame that we don't have enough demand for the low rent houses, because in this city there is a huge issue with the rents in general. Now, I'm going to do something here very, very disgusting, okay? So don't judge me now. Don't judge me. I know this is very disgusting, but don't judge me. And then we'll cut down here like this. Go up. I know it's disgusting. I know. You ain't got to tell me twice. Just bear with me, okay? Bear with me. I could do some of this low rent housing, but if I zone it in, it won't build because it's classed as high density. I wish it said somewhere as well that it's high density. You have to rely on the shades of green, which is really annoying. Now, we've got medium density housing or row housing. I'll probably go for some row housing here. We've got a demand for that, but that will get spent pretty quick. So if I go all the way down to here with the row housing, that should get spent pretty quick. And then that demand will then disappear. But we always seem to have an abundancy of the low density demand. And they demand it so much. There's so much demand for it that I can never ever spend that demand. But yet they'll all move in and then claim that they can't pay the rent. And it's not like my taxes are high. My taxation, I have for the uneducated... Well, it's all dependent on education levels, which is crazy. But yeah, the taxation is not the highest. I can make it a little bit lower. But at what point do they complain and suffer? I don't know. Truly, I don't know. But we're going to have complaints no matter what. They're always going to complain. They're always going to complain. But yeah, that little strip there for the low rent housing, they don't want to know. They do not want to know. But more people are going to be moving in anyway. And then more people complain about the rents being too high. So, commercial demands. we seem to have an abundancy. The game is crippling right now. If I just did something like this, now just bear with me on this because I want to try something here. So you can see in the signature building stuff here that we've currently got let's round it up to 7,500 cells. Now if I zoned this, and we do have high density as well, we can also zone, but we don't really have the high density demand, or do we? I don't know. It doesn't really differentiate between the two like it does for residential. But signature buildings, it added an extra 200 on just in that. So it just shows you how much more we need to get an extra 7,000. But yeah, interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Now this commercial over here is no longer complaining. So it comes in waves, doesn't it? It does kind of come in waves. It probably down to the fact that we've got more people living within this vicinity. Oh, that little bit of demand is creeping back up again. Now, does that mean I can zone... I can kind of kill two birds with one stone here with, for example... Where did I just do that little zone over here? So placing you down, which spends that small amount of medium density residential. And it spends a small amount of commercial demand as well. But you need both demands to be able to build that type of zoning. That's the only issue. That is the only issue. But yeah, it makes it more worthwhile right now to go ahead and kind of focus on these signature buildings because they do provide a lot for us, a lot back in return. And just by placing those down, we've kind of seemed to have kind of helped us out in some form or one another. And the city has kind of solved a few little problems or issues. But that roundabout is now fixed. Not quite sure what was going on there. Probably my problem anyway. I've probably done something wrong in general to kind of get it up and running. But yeah, things are going swimmingly. So we are pretty much... I'm going to be live streaming this game tomorrow anyway, so make sure you check that out. And we're going to be pretty much starting a brand new city as well as the game releases. So that way, boys, that way your boy can take it a little bit more seriously and build a proper city. So, until next time, I will see you all soon, boys. So, goodbye.